Is it officially over for Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? They've been thoroughly embarrassed by Buffalo. You know, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah. It was an embarrassment by Buffalo, no doubt. And, you know, I said it, Feast, after the game happened, I really wonder why we took Kansas City, because horrible defense. I mean, bottom 7, bottom 5 in all major categories. And when you looked at Buffalo came in there on a mission, okay? They were absolutely just manhandled in the AFC Championship. People wanted to talk about Buffalo, you know, potentially being this team that was going to hang with Kansas City. But we all knew it was a little late before Buffalo actually took the jump and was going to compete with Kansas City. But I'm not going to say it's absolutely over for them, but it is looking bleak. It is going to be one of those situations where, look, Kansas City's 2-3. They're at the bottom of the AFC West. You don't have to look up to Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has your jersey number this year. Okay, you have to go get it back, and that's something to where that's new for Mahomes. He hasn't faced adversity. He hasn't faced it to where, he has with his defense lacking, but turning the ball over basically the most in the NFL. And this isn't something I don't think Kansas City thought about. I said it. When you want the best quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, and you're going to go rebuild basically an elite offensive line, that's going to cost you money. Mahomes is only responsible for $7 million on the books this year. He's making exponential times of that over the next 3, 5, 7 years with the contract. So they're down, but they're not out. But it's on the edge of, all right, Kansas City, you've probably got one more game before we're selling all of our stock. We can't put faith in you playing like this. You're playing awful. You're not a good football team.
I think it's relative to what you call over. I don't think they're going to not win any more games for the rest of the football season. But as far as Kansas City being in talks like, they're going back to the Super Bowl for a third straight time, that is over. They may not win the division, which is probably a foregone conclusion that they won't the way they're playing. But the reason why we picked Kansas City is because we didn't believe that there was any way possible they keep turning the ball over like that. The turnovers is what's been killing them.
Yep.
They have the 31st turnover ratio in the league, the differential?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yep.
They're -7. You can't win like that. You have a bad defense and you're not taking care of the football.
Yep.
It's like the major difference between the Chiefs and the Chargers is the Chargers taking care of the ball.
And who thought we would have said that this year, seeing as how both teams have played out over the last 3 or 4 years?
Yeah. Like they're simply not turning the football over.
Right.
It's that easy. Mahomes has 6 interceptions through 5 games. You know how far down the list he is? He's 51st in the NFL among all guys who've thrown a pass. That's all quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks, and even wide receivers who decided to throw a ball here or there. The only 2 guys below him are Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's Pat.
Right.
On top of it, the defense is just god-awful.
Yeah.
Look at it like this. They're 31st in yards allowed. They're giving up 437 yards a game with the offense. That is a lot. 27th against the pass, 29th against the rush, and dead last in points. They're giving up 32.6 points per game, and they're only scoring 30.
Yep.
That's an easy math formula right there. You're giving up more points than you're scoring.
Exactly.
You can't win like that.
Nope.
But I'm going to put that all the way in perspective for you, just how bad it is. I just told you how many yards and points they're giving up per game. Mm-hmm. The Ravens have the number 1 rush offense in the league. They're getting 440 yards per game and 27 points per game. That's on par with what Kansas City's giving up. Mm-hmm. It's like they're giving up the Ravens' offensive production every week.
Yep.
The Bills, 410 yards, 34 points. They're giving that up. Cowboys, 440 yards, 34 points. The Bucks, 431 yards, 33 points.
Yep.
All the best offenses in the league are averaging what Kansas City's giving up.
Kansas City's defense turns everyone into Casey's offense.
It's sad. That's easily going to end up being the worst defense in the history of the NFL.
Yep.
Especially with an extra game.
Yep.
That's astronomical.
Chiefs are right there with the Seahawks for just having a porous defense. Absolutely horrible.
But at least Seattle has some type of an excuse, because their offense is nowhere near as good as Kansas City's.
Right.
The offense can mask a bad defense. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back on the record because I've already been on. It's done. It's over for Kansas City. I told you they're not going to go back to anybody's Super Bowl until they go through a complete rebuild with all of these contracts. They had their run. Now we can stop all this dynasty talk. You won 1 Super Bowl, and people were like, this is going to be the greatest dynasty. Yeah, but after 1 win?
Life comes at you fast in the NFL.
You cannot be a dynasty after one win. You
Yeah.
know what this Kansas City team is? It's the 2010s version of the Seattle Seahawks. You see how that's going?
Yep.
The Legion of Boom, they was killing it. Went to the Super Bowl, destroyed Denver. Went back to the Super Bowl, lost to New England. Where have they been?
Yep.
Since 2014, Seattle ain't sniffed no Super Bowl.
Not even an NFC title game.
This is about to be a very similar fate for Kansas City.
Yeah. They've got over $600 million allocated between Kelsey Hill's and Mahomes' contract. And Mahomes accounts for 500, so yeah, they got a lot of money going out over the next few years. And Mahomes is on the books for mid 2020s for like 60 million one year. Yeah, that's going to be a tough. You have no money to spend on any defensive players. You should have been in the running for every possible defensive free agent there was, at least after the second or third week. I mean, you've been bad. Everybody dropped the Chiefs defense in fantasy, so you know they've been playing bad. Like, they know it in the building, man. They need players.
And they got Washington, Tennessee, the Giants, Green Bay, Vegas, and Dallas for their next 6 games.
Yep.
They could easily go 3-3 in that span, and they'd be sitting at 5-6. Like, y'all might not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
If they're 5-6 going into the bye and they don't make the playoffs, yeah, Kansas City fans, come for me. I don't care. Y'all suck right now.
Yeah. Straight up.
Wish you were on our schedule this year. We need some of that. You turn the ball over like it's going out of style.